After getting married, many young couples initially would want to enjoy the bliss of just being with each other, being carefree, and to be able to travel or go outing as and when they wish. But after a few years, they would naturally want to have a baby. Imagine the nightmare when the wife is unable to conceive, when the couple really want to have a baby. This will put a strain in the relationship, and in some cases, it may be a cause or reason for divorce. I decided to post this video after witnessing some of the experience of my friends from my previous workplace that had problem to conceive. I have cases of those who could conceive but suffer miscarriage soon after. And a miscarriage is a very traumatizing experience for a woman who wish to have a child. When they saw the doctor told them it could be due to working stress and did advise them to actually go for something which is less stressful. Because our department where I used to work with is really. But let me share with you the stories of those friends of mine who have actually suffered the difficulty of having a baby. I know someone who once suffered a miscarriage twice. She had thought that she could not conceive a baby. So finally she quit and she went to work for another company. She held the same position and higher pay but much less stress. She went on to become a mother of 2 children. Then I have another friend who could not conceive. She tried and she suffered a miscarriage. Initially, she thought it was because both herself and her husband were smokers. So, as a result, maybe because of that, she is not physically healthy enough to have a baby. And her husband's sperm could probably be low because he was a very heavy chain smoker. So they got into constant fights over this. Because the wife gave up smoking while the husband cut down on smoking. I mean, he tried very hard, but he could not quit despite his best effort. So in the end, my friend decided to resign and stay at home. And not long after, she got pregnant and gave birth to a cute baby. Then I know of another girl. She's very good looking with thick curls and bubbly, and she has a very bubbly nature. Suddenly, she finds herself losing hair. We are not talking about those little strands. We are talking about patches. Her hair just fell off, leaving off bald patches on her scalp. She was so demoralized by the experience because she had to wear a wig to work. The final straw came when she couldn't conceive at the time when she really wanted a baby. So gone were her cheerful demeanor. I literally saw before my eyes this colleague of mine sinking into depression, and she was constantly moody. So because she couldn't take it anymore, she decided to resign and to take a break. And what do you know? She actually got pregnant very soon after. So when she came back to visit us at the office, I looked at her curls, initially thinking that, the wig looks so real. So I asked her, is this your real hair or is it a wig? And in her bubbly tone, once more, oh, the tone that I miss so much is back, she remarked. Oi, this is my real hair. You don't believe me? Come, pull and see for yourself. She could joke about this that previously had brought tears to her eyes. Now is a joke. So these are the real case of people that I really know who initially either could not conceive or could not carry a child to full term, but end up giving birth after leaving their stressful job. Many doctors actually know about this and have been advising their patients to cut down the stress in their life if they want to conceive. So this is probably very true. Now, if you are suffering from this predicament, you may consider there are some actions to take. Number 1, consider seeking counseling or therapy to manage our stress level. If you find that you can't leave the job or there is something that is bothering you, consider seeking help. And learn to relax and lighten up, to delegate and learn to manage the stress better. Secondly, you may also try to talk to your boss to request for a transfer to a less stressful but probably less incentive unit if you still want to stay with the company. Or finally, sit down and have a real talk with the rest of your family members, with your spouse, to plan if you can leave the job for a short break or go for a less demanding job in order to try for a baby. After all, during pregnancy, the mood and the emotional well-being of the mother greatly affects the baby. You will want your baby to feel the love and affection even before he or she is born. And when you are happy, chances of carrying on with the pregnancy without complication and giving birth to a healthy baby are much better compared to a fast-paced, highly stressed environment. A final point is also in terms of in difficulty to conceive. I've observed a few cases where the ladies have very dark eye rings around their eyes. In the traditional Chinese healing medicine system, dark eye rings could be an indication of a weak kidney energy. This is additional I would like to mention about, because let's leave your options open if you want to consider. And kidney energy is important for vitality for a person. So what some Chinese couples may do is that they will actually go for Chinese therapy, including acupuncture and to take herbal medicine with the traditional Chinese practitioner to improve the body, in the hope that by nourishing the energy and balancing the energies in their body, nourishing the energy of the kidneys, then they may be able to conceive. I believe in other traditions, such as in the Malay community, as well as where they have medicine such as jamu, or the Indian community, which they have Ayurveda practices. These also can help to balance up the energy in the person, depending on which healing system that you are more comfortable with. But it is something that you may want to consider if reducing stress is not working, and if you have checked with the doctors, and the doctors, you have done all the fertility tests and there is nothing wrong, then you may want to consider the more traditional healing option. I hope this helps, and I wish you all the best.